The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's Lunch and Learn webinar. Today we are going to be talking about blogging, how to increase your visibility. My name is Sarah Miller and I am the Senior Policy and Advocacy Network Advisor here at Child Care Aware of America. Just a couple of things. Today's webinar is going to be about 30 minutes, but we will leave time at the end for questions and answers. And you will see over on the right-hand side of your screen, you should have a little question box. If you do have any questions, feel free to type them in there at any point, and I will try to cover those at the end of the webinar. If there is not enough time for us to cover those, I can always follow up with you via email at the end. I will give you my information as well, so you can contact me for follow-up information as well. Today's webinar is going to be a blogging basics webinar. We are going to talk about the first steps of starting a blog and how to increase your visibility. With a blog, it will be in addition to a website you already have, including social media pages, and a blog can help you become a resource and come up in new and different online searches, so it will increase your online visibility. So what we're going to talk about today is what is a blog, how does a blog differ from a website, how to sign up for a blog. There are different platforms and services to use. What do you write about on your blog? And how can social media drive visitors to your blog? We will talk about Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. So first off, what is a blog? A blog is a blend of the term weblog. A blog is a personal website or another part of a website on which an individual or organization records opinions, information, and links to other websites on a regular basis. Entries or posts are typically displayed in reverse chronological order. A big difference between a company website and a blog is blogs tend to be a little bit more personal. They give a voice to an organization, and sometimes they have more opinion than can be allowed on an organization's website. If there is an issue, typically on a blog, there will be an opinion that the organization may not want to claim, so the voice or opinion is going to strictly be on the blog. Another big difference is a lot of websites just give information and there's no room for a lot of feedback. Blogs have a commenting option which can start a conversation. So at the end of each blog, there is always a little box you can click and add a comment, and you can receive feedback from those who are reading your blog posts. Another great thing about blogs are they're really easy to share on social media. A lot of these accounts, whether they are free or paid for, have the social media links included. You can always add special buttons at the bottom, but usually those social media links are right there, so it's very easy for someone to see a blog post that they like, click the button, and it's instantly shared to those social media platforms. A question that we do hear a lot is, do blogs cost money? Many platforms or organizations that host these blogs do offer free blogs. You can pay for extra services, but for example, our blog, which I will pull up a little bit later, is a free blog. The only thing that we pay for is our domain name, which is the URL up at the top, and that can run between $10 and $20 a year. That way you won't have the words blogger or WordPress in the link that you use and do distribute to those who want to come see your blog. Our blog that we use here is all done through WordPress, which is a free blogging platform. And for my personal blog, I use Blogger. So it really just depends what you're looking for in a blog, and we'll cover that a little bit later as to which platform you would want to use. So how do I sign up? I pulled up the example here through WordPress. So if you go to wordpress.com, this is their homepage. And you'll see in the center here, there is a little Get Started button. And if you click on that, it will take you to the sign up page. So I've included the link here so we can walk through signing up for a blog. So get your own WordPress.com account in seconds. It really doesn't take long. So we'll do a mock blog here. So for example, we would want our blog address to say childcare11.wordpress.com. As you can see, this address is available. There's a little green check mark here, so we wouldn't have to worry about someone else already having this website. So then you would create a username, which it will just pull that down for you. You don't even have to worry about creating something else. Then just type in a password. There we go. We have our password listed there. And then you'll need to link your blog to an email account. So I'll type in my email address here. And then we would be blogging in English. So you'll see down here at the bottom, it shows you the difference between the free blog and paying for the upgrade. It would include the domain name and things like that, but really for a basic blog, you can get away with just using the free blogging platform. As I said earlier, the blog that we currently have is a free blog, so you may want to upgrade in the future, but you can probably start off with just the free blog. So then we would click here on Create Blog, and there we go. The email has been sent to my email account, and the blog is set up. So once we have that, we're ready to start blogging, and we are on our way. All right, so what I did here is I pulled up some examples of different blogging platforms just so we can see the difference. The first blog that we have here is actually our blog that we use. It is on WordPress, as I said before, but as you can see up here, WordPress is not in the URL. So we did pay for this domain name, but it is a minimal cost, and it's very easy for people to remember because it's similar to our website address. So the only difference between this and our website is where it says policy blog. So it's very easy for people to find it when searching for our website. So on here, you can see, as I said, the posts are in reverse chronological order. So September 3rd was our most recent post. And if we scroll down, we'll have August 19th right here. We do have little buttons over here on the side for you can like us on Facebook. It links to our Twitter account. And we'll follow up with that a little bit more later on in the webinar. But you can search the different posts, and it's just very simple to use this platform. Another blog that I pulled up here is the Blogger platform. So I just really Googled this blog here, but it just is an example of another blog that uses a free blogging platform. As you can see, the name of the blog is up at the top. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see right here these flags are actually the social media buttons. So it's very easy for those visiting the site to link back to their social media accounts. And then here is a blog post from Tuesday. So it is their most recent blog post. And you can scroll down, and you'll see that they continue to get older as you scroll. And then the next platform that I pulled up here, it's just a Tumblr account, and I searched the word children. Tumblr is a microblogging platform, so it tends to be a lot more pictures on here. But you can see it'll pull up. You can just search over here for what you would like it to search for. I chose children. We can type in kids and look what it will pull up. And then we can always click on the individual people to see their actual accounts. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter which platform you choose to use. I would recommend doing a little bit of research and see what best fits your needs depending on what they offer. Some of them have different applications or plugins that you can use that may better suit your needs. But as I said, we use WordPress here, and for my personal blog, I have Blogger. So it really just depends what you prefer. Okay, so a common question is, what do I write about? You can write about whatever you would like on your blog. Typically, blogs are distinguished by different types, and they have a focus. That way it's not all over the place. Typically, if you're creating your blog to go with your organization, you will keep it consistent with what your organization is posting on their website. As I said before, blogs are more personal than a website, and it will have more of a voice. And you can include your opinion on these blogs. Best things to include on blogs are current events. Mentioning that the current posting on the blog will always be at the top, keeping it current with events going on in the area or news stories. It will always be topical, and it's important to keep that information at the top of your page. You can also include your opinions more so on the blog than on your website, just because people understand that blogs are written by people and they are going there to find that information. And you can include opinions more so on these. And then the tone of your blog. If you keep it factual, you can become a resource, and this will keep people coming back to your blog for that information. They will learn that they can rely on you for that factual information and will become something that they use in addition to their news sources. So here we have social media and blogging. As I showed you on our page, we have the social media links. People can subscribe to our blog through those different links. I can actually pull that up right here for you just to show you again. So over here on the side, you can subscribe to our blog via email, like us on Facebook through our blog, or link over to our Twitter account through our blog. But what you can also do is post to those accounts and have people view your blog through your social media accounts. So these are examples of posts that we have put up on our different accounts, and just examples of how you can use those accounts to drive traffic to your blog versus your website. So this first one over here, we have our Pinterest account. We actually have a few videos up on our blog, and we were able to pin them to our page, and it says, check out our blog for parent videos and policy updates. And the great thing with Pinterest is once you pin something, it will automatically link back to that site. So when you click on this pin on our Pinterest page, it will link you to our blog and to that story on our blog. Another example over here is our Facebook page. So when we paste in the link on Facebook right here, it will actually pull up the link below and have an image displayed as well. So we just posted something that says, have you checked out our blog lately? Today's blog is about disaster preparedness for child care programs. Did you know many states don't require any planning or prep to keep children safe when disaster strikes? It's something intriguing that someone will click on for more information. And once they click that link, that will take them directly to the blog. Another example of this is on our Twitter account. So on here, it says, many states don't require any planning to keep children safe when disaster strikes. Read more on our blog. And as you can see, we have the link listed right here. So once you click that link, it will drive visitors to your blog versus just your website. So there are different examples there of how to use the different social media platforms with your blog, whether it's the links on your blog or your blog linking back to social media. If you do have any questions regarding the Twitter or Facebook displays shown here, we do have a few webinars coming up on Facebook and Twitter. We have a Twitter webinar actually taking place a week from today. So in our next Lunch and Learn will be a little bit of Twitter basics, and then we will have a Facebook webinar on October 18th. One thing I did want to show you back on our blog, if you look at the bottom of each of these posts, there is a little example where it says share this. So you have Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, print, and email. So these are the links I was discussing earlier that do come included in these free blogging platforms. We didn't have to do anything to get those links to show up at the bottom of our posts. So if somebody does read this and they want to post it to their Facebook timeline, all they have to do is click on Facebook and it will be shared on their Facebook timeline. Same with Pinterest and Twitter and sending it to email. But it is nice to have those included so we don't have to do any additional work. We just post our blog post and then it's easily shared among these social media platforms. Okay, and as I said earlier, I would include my contact information here for you in case you do have any questions following today's webinar. You can email me at any time if you have anything related to this webinar. And I also included the link to our blog at the bottom here. So if you want to see it to reference it and see how we've set things up, I wanted to make sure you had access to it. If you do have any questions, feel free to type them in the box over on the right-hand side of your screen, and I can answer those for you now. It looks like there is a question regarding viewing this blog at a later, or this webinar at a later time. We do record our webinars, and it should be posted on our website within the next day or so, so you can re-watch the webinar in case you did miss part of it or you have anything you wanted to see again. It has been recorded, and we will put it up on our website. Right now I'm not seeing any more questions, but we will stay on for just a couple more minutes in case you are typing a question in right now. There is a question asking if you can get a copy of the webinar, and what I can do is once we have it all set up to be posted on the website, I can email it out so you do have a link and you are able to view the webinar again. Not a problem. There is a question here that asks about organizations setting up a blogging policy for their staff. I think that really just depends on the organization and how they want to create a blogging policy. Here we have been talking about having multiple people posting on our blog and just having different pages, which is nice. On these blogs, you can have the different pages set up. So you can have different people blogging about different topics. You could have one page about child care centers. You could have one page about child care homes. It really just depends on the organization and how you choose to set that up. But it is always an option to have multiple people posting on different pages or on the same page and just kind of associating that voice with that information. There is a question here asking when the Facebook and Twitter webinars will be taking place. We have the Twitter webinar will be at 12:30 p.m. next Thursday, September 20th. And the Facebook webinar is at 12 p.m. on Thursday, October 18th. And we do have a link and a schedule to all of our webinars that we have scheduled through November posted on our website. If you just go to the website and go to Public Policy and click on Policy Webinars, there's a list of all of our scheduled webinars there for you. Okay, there's a great question here talking about having a blog for public awareness and policy. People can post different comments, and the question is asking if people post negative things, will that negatively affect us? The great thing with blogs is you can set it up in your settings. So when people comment, you have to approve the comments before they're visible to the public. That way you can still control the information that is released on your page. So if somebody were to go to your blog and post something that could be viewed as offensive, you don't have to approve the comment, and it does not have to show up on your blog site. There's two questions here that are rather similar, asking about the frequency of posting on the blog. It really depends how much new information you have, but the more frequently you post, the more likely people are to visit your page and keep coming back for that current information. We are just getting our blog off the ground here, so we're not posting as much as we would ideally like to post. But the more new information you have, the more people are going to keep coming and looking for that new information and seeing you as someone that could be even breaking that news to that website. And they could keep coming there and looking for whether it's something happening in the current area or it's just the child care news. It really just depends what you're posting about and making sure that it is current. I know that for my personal blog, I do blog and post almost every day just to keep driving traffic there looking for that information. All right, so it looks like there is a question regarding the social media accounts. It's asking to link your social media accounts. Would you need to have them set up for your agency to add them to the page? And the answer to that would be yes, you would need them already set up. You would need to make sure that they are linking to the correct place. That way, when you go onto these free blogging platforms, they're not just linking to the Facebook homepage. They will be linking to your personal Facebook page for your organization. Another good question here is, will the person that sets up the blog be responsible for monitoring it? That really is something that would be an organization decision. I know that we all here monitor our blog, even though only one person here was the one who set it up. So you can give different people within the organization access to the blog, but it really would depend whose responsibility it is to check that blog, and it would be a decision that is made through your organization. All right, I have a few more questions coming in here. One of the questions here says, I've subscribed to some blogs so that I get their posts via email. Is that just an option I chose from whatever platform I'm using? That is a great question. Yes, you can subscribe to blogs different ways. As I showed you those different links on the blogs, you can subscribe via email, or you can set things up. I know a lot of people use Gmail, and they can use something that's called a Google Reader, which kind of organizes your blogs in one place so you can view them all in one location. There are many different ways to subscribe to blogs, so viewing the blogs via email is just an option that you have chosen. There is a question here regarding search engine optimization. It says that they were told that registering the blog should be done through the website and not another service to improve that optimization. I actually have not heard that before, but I can definitely look into that, and I can follow up via email with that information. I know that we just wanted to get our blog up and running, so we decided to go through one of those free services, and then we just registered the domain name, so it is similar to our website, and it should be in working order with our search engine optimization tools, just to make sure that it still is popping up close to the top when people do use search engines to look up our blog. I think I've gotten through most of these questions here. If I did not answer your question, I will be sure to follow up with you via email. Or if you do come up with any questions following this webinar, feel free to send me an email anytime. It's not a problem. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. But I would like to thank all of you for participating in our blogging webinar today. And if you have any questions, as I said, let me know. I hope that you have a great afternoon. Thank you so much.